Hey everybody, how are you? This is
Everybody.
oh, oh no. I think there's an echo when I talk this way.
I think there's an
Does this make a difference?
Does this make a difference?
All right, this should work now. Did this work? I think I do need help, Pablo, because now I hear an echo in my head, but maybe I can just unplug this and then it works, even though there's still weirdly an echo coming here. So I don't know what's up with that. It hasn't happened before. But yay! Thanks, guys, for the feedback on getting rid of the feedback for now. So yeah, I hope you guys are well. This is Isa, your host of the Bug Scope. And now I'm excited to share with you all that the Bug Scope is an award-winning broadcast science communication program. It has been selected as runner-up for the Entomological Society. That's right. Well. It has been selected as the runner-up by the committee of the Entomological Society of America. So very exciting. I can share the screen. Actually, well, I'll put the link in the chat and leave it at that. Okay. So yay! Thanks everybody. There's a lot of thanks to go around for that. Actually, yeah, I'll share my screen. Okay, one moment. The Bug Scope, a little overview of the Bug Scope. It was founded in, here we go. The Bug Scope was founded in 2017. Here's the link, and I just put it right here as well. It was founded at the very end of 2016, so I like to round up to 2017 when things really got going. And it began at a time when live broadcasting first began to be integrated into social media. So there wasn't really a standard or precedent set for live streaming, especially science and natural history. So I'm very grateful to, if you may have seen my thread on Twitter, so some of this is a little repetitive, but I'm very grateful to my coworkers at the museum in Philadelphia, the Academy of Natural Sciences, for being open to me trying this out, open to me walking around the entomology collection, looking at specimens, showing what my coworkers were up to with rolling the compactor cabinets and looking at things under the microscope and all sorts of things. So very grateful that they gave me that space to try this out and make it what it is today. So yeah. It's, yes, the award-winning Bug Scope. So yay, thanks everybody. Yeah, here's the, up here, little, this is where it talks about it. Runner-up. What's cool too is that I didn't even know there was going to be a second place or runner-up award. So that was a huge surprise. And yeah, it's just really awesome to get this. Thank you for the HAPS team for having this awesome home for the Bug Scope here. With these super duper tools, many of them I have not gotten around to taking advantage of. Thanks all for the words that you're giving right now, and that everyone, that the viewers here are giving on HAPS as well for the celebration. And thanks for my Patreon supporters and also the GoFundMe supporters for helping the show go on. and keeping the technology up to date and supporting in those many different ways. For example, we have this wonderful scope that was purchased this spring by supporters, and then also back here to be a part of the celebration from where she likes to be part of the celebration. I have Saffron, which is my 13-year-old tarantula, who she was the first. I was broadcasting with her the first time that the Bug Scope got featured on the front page of Periscope and got 8,000 live views, which is very appropriate for a spider since they have 8 legs. So I think we all strive to have 1,000 live viewers per leg, and so when you have spiders, you can bump that up to 8. But I'll show you her up close. But I wasn't able to take her out because she's oh, my screen is. See if I can even show you her because of the vibe. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see. It'll definitely help if I make my screen bigger. So I'll start with that. Okay. And now I will see if I can bring her closer. It's tricky because she has a burrow in the ground, and so oops, yay, reflections that are confusing. All right, maybe I'll just have to trust my word that she's in there. Saffron is in there. Part of the celebration. So maybe I need a light. Maybe this light over here. And shine it on her. She's in the dark where she likes to be. You can see her little spider butt. I'll try one more time. One more time, Saffron, to show you to the world. But maybe this is not going to work. Failed attempt. Oh, wait. You can kind of see her leg. Her fuzzy butt a little bit. Oh well. Alas, I tried. Okay. But Saffron's here with us. If not, at least in spirit, maybe. I don't know. I need a polarizing filter, yes. Haven't seen any this year. Any what? Yeah, she's fluffy. You saw it? Good, Brett. Excellent. Yeah, so thanks everyone for coming here to celebrate. And yeah, thank you for all the support. And also, of course, huge thanks to the wonderful guests that we've had on the show, from guest experts to insect enthusiasts, etc., who've joined us. There's about 50 people who have joined us over the years. And looking forward to see who comes on in the future to the Bug Scope. Nominations are welcome. So yeah, thanks everybody. I also want to say that this evening I'm in a event. Yeah, I'm part of an event this evening with the Academy at 5:30, where we'll be sharing entomological stories. It'll be pretty Bug Scope-ish, I'd say, in the kind of format of it, where me and my colleagues will be sharing insect stories. Tickets are $0 to $25. I've just posted the link in the chat, and also I will zoom it here. So here's the event for it. And so you can go check that out with my museum in Philadelphia, a virtual happy hour. Okay, so now I will bring up our caterpillar friend. It's also part of our celebration today. Just need to get in focus. Oops. Here we go. Very, very close up. Oops, wrong direction. It might be a little too magnified too. I can switch it around if it is. Let me try to close this panel. So yeah, have you guys been seeing any monarch caterpillars around so far this year? This one is pretty tiny. Thank you, Lucia. I feel like this is going to be like a white and gold or blue and black debate. Yes, what color is the monarch to you? We don't get them here. Oh, you don't, David? All right, let me see if I can bring the magnification down a little bit because it is pretty high. So one moment. Let me switch this out. make me bigger. And get rid of this for now. And I'll try to fix this. Thanks for the Supporting Women Award, Lucia. Okay. So, one moment as I make some adjustments. Renee says no, and I have a milkweed and planted one this year. Yeah, it can be tricky sometimes with monarchs and managing milkweed. I have three milkweed plants, so not a lot, just 3 stalks of milkweed out front in my yard. And I saw a monarch butterfly laying eggs on them, but no monarch. This is 2x. No, maybe I'll try with no magnification. I even saw a monarch butterfly laying eggs on it, but I haven't seen any caterpillars on those plants. And I think it's because predators got to them, unfortunately, in this case, because I was hoping for some monarch caterpillars, but there have been a lot of wasps, for example, hunting around, and I saw some lacewing larvae, which might affect them too. So it's a harsh world out there, and if there are more predators than there are prey, then they might all get eaten up. All right. Here's our monarch friend. It's a very young one. Actually, before I even have it here, let me show you what it looks like just in comparison with me. So here it is. So pretty small. Actually, if I hold it like this, it looks pretty big. But here's my hand. And they get to be pretty big over time. It'll more than double its size by the time it's ready to make its chrysalis. Renee is saying, from what I've heard, we lost a lot over half last year. Whoa, yeah. I know that. Yeah, it's the monarch situation's pretty tricky. And yeah, numbers have been dwindling in California, unfortunately. Okay. I see Deanna saying, you can convince me to like all bugs except wasps. Oh no, what's wrong with wasps? I'll have to bring you to another broadcast on wasps, Deanna. Actually, a lot of wasps love the plants that I have in my garden here. Maybe I need to get the other filter to make it even more zoomed out. Okay, but first let me bring it to the face of the caterpillar. So here's our very hungry caterpillar. Get it a little more in focus. You can see it's moving its head back and forth, trying to find some food. I did get it some very fresh food right before the broadcast, so I'm gonna feed it this leaf and see if it wants it. One thing to notice with these caterpillars, and many other insects for that matter, and even other arthropods like centipedes, is that oftentimes, they'll make it so that their butt looks like their face and their face looks like their butt. So in this case, that is true. Like, you can't really tell the difference at first glance of which end is which. So here's the back end, and you can see it has those 2 black appendages that stick out, and then a stripy butt, just like the rest of its body. And then, if you look at the front of the caterpillar, you see, let me get the focus in a little bit more first, but you see the same thing where it has those 2 black appendages and then a stripy face. So it's really hard at first glance to tell which side is which. Yep, pretty much, David. And you'll notice that with other insects too. Like I said, centipedes oftentimes are like that, especially those giant ones called Scolopendra. And then also there are some butterflies that have, like, in the family Lycaenidae or blues, which have like little extensions on their wings that look like antenna, so that when they are just on a leaf or something, they'll rub their wings a little bit, so it looks like that side might be the side that's the head. That way it keeps them safe. A predator might go try to bite them and instead bite the back and the hind wing instead of the face. And the butterfly can afford to lose a piece of its hind wing. It cannot afford to lose its head. So it works out okay. All right, hopefully the caterpillar will settle down a little bit because it's definitely a little restless. So I apologize I hope the motion is not too difficult to manage or to view. And to be clear, the choppiness is not coming from HAPS, it's coming from the camera software that's taking this from my scope and putting it on the screen, coming from this. Yeah, it's moving a lot. Yeah, so the colors are aposematic colors. It's a stripy, bright coloration that does not blend in with its surroundings. These caterpillars, the monarch butterfly, monarchs are protected by the toxins that they sequester from what they eat. And oftentimes, when you see them eating eating their food, they'll eat it in a pretty peculiar way. They'll oftentimes bite more near the base of the leaf first before finding a place to start munching and latch on. One second. All right, I'm going to turn this off for a moment, and maybe if we give it a little bit of time, the caterpillar will settle down. I will switch. Hello, Cameron Blue. How are you? Yeah, I can't decide where to munch. I was hoping getting that fresh leaf would help it with settling on a place to start eating. Thanks for the high award, Renee. Okay. There it goes, little caterpillar. I wanted to say that, yeah, so if you do find a monarch caterpillar eating milkweed, take a look to see how it's eating. Oftentimes, especially with the babies, they'll form little circles in the leaves where the older caterpillars will munch from the side of the leaf. And they're very strategic in the way that they eat leaves. They will do it in a way that helps reduce the amount of the latex coming from the plant. They'll do it in a way that oftentimes they'll nip the lower part of the vein of the leaf so that the latex leaves out of that opening and doesn't flow into their mouth, to help relieve the flow so it doesn't flow into their mouth where they're eating, if that makes sense. I don't know if I described that okay, but hopefully that makes sense. Because if they just start eating and don't do any special nips before they really start munching down, they'll just get a flood of that latex that gives Milky Way plants or milkweed plants that name, milk. Let me see if I can show you guys a bit of the latex. Here's some of the latex that comes out. Right. See that, if you see that whiteness, this doesn't give a very good indication of it, but if you see the white at the very tip of that leaf, that is some of the latex that comes out. And if you picked this from a fresh plant, if you picked this from a fresh milkweed plant, then it would just start dripping. It would start dripping onto you on the ground because there's so much. It's part of that plant's defense. So yeah, our little caterpillar. It's pretty amazing how fast insects grow too. Because they're not mammals, they don't create, or unlike mammals, they don't create heat. So a lot of what they're eating gets converted directly into caterpillar and energy. Wait, I think it's starting to munch. Do it, caterpillar, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. Nope, not gonna eat yet. Here, I will split the screen though. Cool. Hi, Cameron. I'm broadcasting over from haps.tv. And so there's other comments here that I'm responding to too, so you know, because they're all aggregated on this platform. But yeah, I'm doing well. And looking at this caterpillar, monarch butterfly caterpillar, which will grow really fast. They grow super fast. Like I was saying, a lot of what they eat is converted right into caterpillar and energy, caterpillar, a mass, and then this caterpillar will form a chrysalis, pupate across like a week. About 2 weeks is how long it takes, and then it'll start its journey down to Mexico, which is a rather incredible feat that these monarch caterpillars undertake. I was hoping this caterpillar would be a little more docile for this broadcast so we can look at its face a little more clearly, but it's a restless caterpillar. Oh, we can kind of see its face there a little bit. Let's see. Caterpillar is a strange word. Yeah, I guess like many words, if you think about it a lot, then it starts to seem strange. Whoops. Okay. Yeah. There was another insect out there on the on the on the sorry, on the milkweed plant that I want to show you guys as well. So I'm gonna come right back. I'll be right back. I want to show you guys this other insect. Yep, I'm driving them down to Mexico. Nope, it can fly itself. It's built for this. So I'll be back in like less than a minute because I want to get one other insect to show you all. Okay, BRB. I would put this under the scope, but I think it's going to move around while I'm gone. I'll just try it anyway. Here. All right, I'm back. Thanks for your patience. So, um, wow, this caterpillar is still very. Oh no. Okay, let me move it over. Um, okay, so here is another interesting situation that I found on the leaf, and actually, not interesting, but there are some other organisms on the leaves too. So I thought we could take a look at them. Zoom in a bit here. And try to see what's going on. I think they're aphids. Um, what do the colors of the caterpillar indicate? Oh, do the colors of the caterpillar indicate what colors of the butterfly wings will have? Um, they, that's a good question. They don't. It can change completely dramatically. Oftentimes it looks completely different. You'll get a really fancy, like colorful caterpillar that turns into a really plain looking moth. So there's a lot of, it can be all over the place. All right, let's see. Oh, there's a little spider right here, actually. Zoom in on it. Take a look. It looks like those are some type of aphid, but I'm not sure the species. They have a cool pattern on them, though. So we have a little tiny spider on the milkweed too. There's a lot of organisms on milkweed. It's pretty incredible to see the diversity of organisms you can find on milkweed. I'm doing well, thanks, Cameron. How are you doing? So maybe I can take a picture of this and we can ask Sebastian what spider this is. The broadcast being taken over by looking at a spider, which does not happen, which happens somewhat often. Did I see a leaf mine there? I was going to do that, but then the area of the leaf mine was really big, and so I switched over to showing this other. Then I switched over to showing this leaf because I couldn't fit the whole leaf mine in under the frame. But there is a leaf mine here. I am not familiar with leaf mines, so one thing that's really cool about bugs is that because they're so small, they are able to occupy many different spaces and find many different niches in the world, including between the skin of leaves, which is rather incredible. And so this is where some type of little leaf mining animal, insect probably, maybe a fly or maybe a caterpillar, was in between the leaves here. And though there is, it looks like it probably emerged though too. I do see a hole. I don't see any organisms. I do see an escape hole here. So I think it's probably long gone. But it's a very happening milkweed. A lot of things happen on milkweed. Very happening place. So let's see if we can say hi to this spider. Glad that you're good. Looks dipped her given the messy frass, but I'd not rely on that, says David. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not familiar with them. You're from South Jersey. Nice. Nice. Now's a great time, especially if you're in South Jersey, to look out for the monarchs who are fueling up as they begin to head down to Mexico. So I'm going to poke this spider and see if we can see its eyes a little bit better. Okay. It did move. Of course, the problem with when these organisms move is tracking them down. So it's like really running away, probably trying to seek shelter. There it is, though. I'll try to get it back in focus. There we go. I think I'm gonna post these really cool looking aphids to iNaturalist though, because I wonder if they're specialized on milkweed. I don't know, but I'm sorry, I'm just focusing. They have a very cool pattern. I will take a screenshot of it. It's wrong way. Getting real up close with it. Is it not even an aphid? I don't see tubercles. Maybe it's a bark louse? Any thoughts? I'm up in Michigan at the moment, but I am from Philadelphia and will be dropping by Philadelphia in October for a while. Maybe it's a bark louse, Socopteran. Let's get a little closer look. For anyone who's joining us now, we're no longer looking at a monarch caterpillar for the record. All right. How close can we go? It's a very pretty and delicate looking insect. We can almost see the little facets of the eyes. It's extremely tiny. I'll have to show you guys, give you a sense of how big this is when I'm done, but it has to be like definitely smaller than a millimeter. The green thing, the leaf? Let's take a screenshot of this while we're here. Screenshot. That's so cool. I just wish I could have the whole entire thing in the depth of field. That's the tricky thing about. Maybe I can stack the image later to do that. But this is one of the neighbors of the monarch. Bar claws? What do you mean? I'm not very familiar with Socoptera, but it does seem structurally more like that than an aphid. Yeah. I'm guessing that's what it's going to end up being. It does have very long antenna, but it looks like it's hard to exactly know. It's totally alive though, and it's funny how much those hairs look like trichomes or plant hairs. They almost look like they have they have little, I wonder if they're sticky. Like what are those little droplet looking things at the end of its CD or its hairs? So very curious. Very curious. All right, let's see if the spider's still running around. I'm gonna zoom out. Gotta turn the brightness down, make some adjustments. Woo, too dark. It's not an aphid. It's we think Socoptera, which is a bark louse. And the reason why is because it doesn't have the two tubercles at the back of its body, but it's funny because it's just all over the plant in a way that you'd think it was an aphid, but they look different morphologically in their body shape and stuff. All right, spider, there you are. We'll bring the spider back in focus. And It's a very cute spider, if I may say so myself. It's like wiggling its butt a little bit. We'll move it over too. It's probably like, what's going on? Why is it so bright? Whoa. It just got disturbed by something else walking down the highway of the plant vein. All right, let's go zoom out again. Traffic on the bug scope. All right, where'd they go? Okay, one's coming back this way. We'll see it in 3. Oh, no, actually it walked completely the other way. But here is the bug that caused the disturbance just then. Perhaps one of the adults of the Socoprons, and it looks like it has purple eyes. Look at those beautiful eyes. Let's zoom in. Oops. Oh darn, it's walking around. Sorry for the blurriness. This one might be moving around too much for me to follow it as much as I was hoping to follow it. There it is. Well, yeah, it's moving too much. It's too small and moving for too much for how small it is for me to keep up with it. But those purple eyes were really pretty. Nice. I hope you liked Philadelphia, Cameron. Yeah, visit the Academy of Natural Sciences if you have a chance. All right, we'll look at the spider one more time, and then I think that. Woo! Where are you, spider? This way. Oh, this is super zoomed in too. At the very edge of the screen. All right, everyone's on the run now. Even the Monarch caterpillar ran away. So maybe I'll just. Oh, there's our spider friend. Okay. I think I'll switch now. But yeah, so there's a lot happening on milkweed, especially if you look close. A couple weeks ago, I saw a bunch of sawflies that were munching away, and I was hoping to bring them on the bug scope, but then they disappeared. I'm guessing wasps got them, but I'm not sure. Maybe they got as big as they needed to get before they pupated into adult sawflies. And then I also saw a fuzzy caterpillar, which I was hoping to bring on also to the bug scope, but that I didn't see today. Maybe I'll see it tomorrow. I'm hoping that it's maybe a nocturnal eater and will come out during nighttime. Some caterpillars do that, where they are not active during the daytime and they hide during the daytime and then they come out at nighttime. So I'm hoping that this really fuzzy caterpillar is like that, because I forget what species it is off the top of my head, but it's a very beautiful, another striking caterpillar that likes to eat milkweed. So yeah, rush hour on Milkweed Road. Yeah, hi Christian, good to see you as well. And you'll have to tell me about what you're referencing, David Dunn because I don't really know what you mean by Liz Taylor bug. But oh, yep, that's true, David. I could watch bugs all day under the microscope or just outside in the wild. And thanks, guys, for joining me for that. Yeah, so these, David Howden's asking about the bugs on my hand, and these are left over from Bug Fest from the Academy of Natural Sciences last week. We always give out insect tattoos, and so of course I love getting all decked out and decorated to celebrate the festivities. So we have a stag beetle here, and then a bird-winged butterfly here, spider, and then a luna moth. So there we go. Yep, that's what's happening. All right, I'm going to wrap up the broadcast today. I have to get ready for the next event, which is, as I mentioned, the Shaker of Science event. I'll put the link here in the chat, and I encourage you guys to come on by for it. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll be sharing kind of wild stories from our entomological outings, and me, my coworker Greg. My coworker is Jason Weintraub, who's a Lepidoptera expert. Let me see if I can zoom in here. And then Dr. John Galehouse, who's my boss. I took this picture, fun fact. Greg Cowper, who's been on the Bug Scope and talked with us about his trips out in South Africa, collecting via helicopters, and then Karen Verderami, who's in charge of the live invertebrate collection at the Academy of Natural Sciences. We'll be sharing a story about, apparently she once made it into, she said she once made it into an episode of Breaking Bad when she was doing insect collecting by the border of Mexico and the USA. So looking forward to hearing her story too. So, all right. Thanks, guys, for joining today and for celebrating the great news about winning runner-up for the Science Communication Award with the Entomological Society of America. And hopefully I'll see some of you guys this evening at the event with the museum. So take care. Thanks, you all. And thanks, everybody, and have a great evening.